Welcome back to another episode of It's in the Details, the Big Brother edition. I am Damian Waith.
And I am Roger Roken.
Welcome back, y'all. Let's get into it. This was a fun week.
Yeah, week 2 of Big Brother 23.
Yeah, big fun week. It starts out, they come in the house after Kyland has won head of household. And one of the people I call out, Alyssa, enters the house, arms in the air, screaming about how you're not getting rid of me, bitches. You're not getting rid of the slop queen. And I'm like, that's the person I want to see in this house. None of that quiet, shy stuff. And it made me
like Sarah.
Yeah.
I feel like Sarah's like that quiet type. Yeah.
Yes. And it made me laugh because I spent most of the last episode talking about how this woman is furniture. And she comes in and she's like, not only am I not furniture, I got a personality, I got some spunk, come deal with it.
She also, you got to realize she's probably acting like that because she was just on the block and she's got all this adrenaline going through her veins right now. Like, I almost just fucking got voted out.
It's so true.
Yeah.
So true. So she deals with that. We find out some of the fallout on the votes. We had a big discussion on the votes and how the votes went down last week. We find out that Frenchie asked Tiffany to essentially burn Derek X by throwing a vote at Alyssa. And we find out that Derek F decided to just throw away his vote Alyssa's way for no reason, just to mix it up, he says.
Yeah, I heard that he was going around asking people like Frenchie, like, hey, should I do it? I'm thinking about doing it. And Frenchie was like, yeah, do it.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. And then you move into, I don't know, a few hours later, Frenchie's talking in some room, telling people about how he knows where the two votes were, but he's not going to tell. And Tiffany rolls up on him.
Yeah. And she's the one of the ones that voted, right?
Yes.
She was pissed.
Yes.
She's like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Who is it? Who are they? And Frenchie's like, I'm not telling. And she's like, why are you telling people you know who it is if you're not going to tell who it is? And
would you be pissed in that situation, or would you see what he was trying to do?
If I was her?
Yeah, because now those two are like confronting each other, so then people won't think that they were in cahoots about it, right?
Right. But if I'm her, okay, you told me you're not going to tell anybody. I did this because you asked me to. Right. You don't need to be out here flirting with people about you know who it is and you're not telling, because I'm going to think at some point when I'm not around, you're going to tell them. Right. So
Plus, he didn't even let her know that he was going to do something like that.
Exactly. Another terrible move by this dude. Just,
I don't like to be surprised, especially in this game, man. Like Frenchie,
it's madness.
Messy. He's all over the place.
All over the place.
All over.
It
makes you really wonder, like, how do you play this game with someone like that in the game with you?
I'll tell you how.
It's just, anyway.
You want to know how?
How?
You don't.
Just ride the wave.
You don't.
Hope for the best.
You get rid of them as quickly as you can.
Yeah, I know, but like guys like Travis that got voted out.
Yeah.
Like he's consequence. Like he shouldn't have gone first, but he did. It's I don't know.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't have gone first, but it's not like he played a real strong game.
No,
to keep himself out of there either.
Right.
And it's the first week. The first week's such a free for all.
Right.
Such a free.
Frenchie was just targeting everyone, and then Travis is like, "Oh, perfect."
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Then we got Frenchie walking around the house, storming around the house, telling people he's out of the alliance that he created 4.5 hours ago. Just I'm out. Just rolling up on people.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Going up on everyone. I'm out.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Just more chaos. And it's got to be so uncomfortable to be living with him in that house at the moment. Because
that's what I mean. Like game wise and in real life wise, like what a nightmare. Like he's making all those people's first 2 weeks of experience like just like on the edge.
Hell.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah.
And Brent with the quote of the night says, if I was at work and Frenchie was trying to get on one of my planes acting like this, he would get a police escort. Like that's a wild thing to say when you have to live with this person in a house. So just chaos and fallout immediately. Then we have the wild card competition, and Frenchie nominates himself, Sarah Beth goes up, and Brent goes up. And the second person I called out last week, Sarah Beth, goes and wins the wild card competition. And I'm like, both of these ladies, they definitely watched the episode. They heard what I had to say, and they came and showed out, and they took over. And you have that the power you get from the wild card competition, where she could choose safety, but she has to switch teams. And I actually was rooting for Sarah Beth to win this competition, but Frenchie winning would have been.
Oh man,
Frenchie winning would have been so juicy. So good.
No, that would have been bad. That would have been another week.
Yes, but entertaining. Uncomfortable for them. Uncomfortable for them, but entertaining. Then just another thing that I noticed, and I don't know if you noticed this too because you hate him, but Christian has been serving looks all week, right? So he hits us week 1 with the cornrows.
Right.
Then week 2, start out week 2, he shows up with a bucket hat in the diary room. And then further in week 2, he's wearing the Chun-Li. Did you notice he's rocking the Chun-Li brand?
I tuned into the live stream on time, and they were straightening his hair. Tiff was straightening his hair.
Yeah,
because it's so frizzy.
Yes,
and like he had like long, like at the time he had long, and then next thing you see it, he did the Chun-Li thing, and I was like, this guy's hair is like all over the place. Like, I actually really like the straightened hair look. I don't know why they didn't keep that, but
we didn't see it. We didn't see it at all on TV.
No, it was only on the. I think it was like when they were like prepping before the eviction or something.
Yeah. Then we get the noms. We get Kyland's noms, and he puts up Frenchie and Brittany.
Brittany was not happy with that.
She was not feeling
at all.
How did you feel about the Brittany nom?
I didn't like it at first, but like game wise, like it makes sense. Like there was like one point in the episode where Kyland pulls her aside, pulls everyone aside, and like, who would you like target, blah, blah, blah. And she was the only one that didn't say Frenchie. And that was the reason why apparently Kyland put her up.
Yeah.
They're on the same team. Like, you know, like it makes sense. Yeah. It sucks because like I thought she'd be much better about it. I thought she'd be a much better player, but her reaction to it was like off-putting a little bit to me. Like she just went a little overboard. Like, you're on the block with Frenchie. Like, why are you worried? Like,
Chill.
Yeah, you're not the target. Like, yeah. There's some points in the game where you just need to just like shut your mouth and like hide. Yeah, like just sleep. There's a lot of Big Brother strategic will always say, like, in the first few weeks, the best strategy is to sleep. Just sleep. Like, no one targets a person that sleeps all the time.
The interesting thing about that is, like, if you're sleeping, people aren't going to care about you. Like, they're not going to assume anything about you.
Right.
If you're awake and you're not talking to anybody, they're like, this person's boring. I can't get to know them. They're not engaging in any gameplay.
Right.
But if you're asleep, this person's real tired.
Yeah, when you're awake, like, that's when you like start talking to people. And
exactly.
Whispering to people. And, shit like that. Just sleep, man. Just do nothing. Just nothing.
And then Frenchie goes into his house tour of this is why you shouldn't get rid of me. And how did you feel about his pitches?
Okay, well, first, I think you also need to mention that I think he even told Brittany and then Kyland later.
Oh, yes. Get to it.
If he wins the POV, he's gonna use it on her.
Crazy. And
it's just like, and like that's part of his pitch, right? Like, it's just like he's so all over the place. Yeah. Like, it's so weird.
Do you think he would have used it on her?
No, no. This is the guy that said he wasn't gonna nominate any women, and then he nominated a woman. Like, and if you're in that game, that's how you see it, right? Like,
yeah.
Frenchie's word is worthless now. Like, he's gone back on it so many times. So, like, yeah, there's no way like anyone should take that seriously because he won't. He'll save himself. Like, obviously, he's there for his family.
You know what the problem with people telling you they're going to use the veto on you is? It's happened before.
Oh yeah.
That's the problem. They dangle it. If it never happened before, they dangle it and you still wonder. But Marcellus did it, or he didn't use it. Some people, I think, used immunity idols on each other in Survivor and stuff like that. Like, people have done it. So you're like, he might do it, but Frenchie wasn't going to do it.
No.
There's no chance. That's a great point. So then you've got Claire and Tiffany up in the head of household room. I don't know if you'll remember this, but they were up there gassing up Kyland, talking about how every move he made was the best move. You handled that like a boss. And then Claire chimes in with CEO, and Kyland's sitting there like, you know what? I am a boss.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, that's all he wanted to hear. He wanted some gratification. He wanted some applause, a pat on the back, and those girls served it up nice. So we got Frenchie breaking down. He's starting to think about quitting. We've got Derek F tapping into his father's like motivational speech and talk. He had my leg shaking. I was like, are we gonna go fight somebody? What do we need to do?
He's good at doing that. Ooh, definitely.
It was strong. It changed everybody's disposition in that room.
Everyone was ready to roll. Like, yes.
And my favorite part about that is they're trying to hype Frenchie up to not quit.
Right.
And Brittany's in the room.
Right. Yeah. I thought that. Yeah. And they're both like, we're not over. We're gonna find a way to save both of us. And like, how are you gonna do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way.
There's no way. One of you guys is going down.
Yeah. 100%. So then they pick the teams for veto. Or not the teams. They pick the contestants for the veto. Shoot, do you remember who got picked?
Derek X.
Yes.
Shoot, I don't remember.
Alyssa got picked. So we had Frenchie, Brittany, Kyland, Derek X, Alyssa, and I can't remember.
Does it even matter?
Not really, because
who ended up winning?
Derek X wins again.
The POV champ right now.
The thing about
2 in a row, back to back.
Yes, and the thing about winning 2 in a row back to back is there's so many people in the house. Like, the chances of you even getting to compete.
I've always said this about The Amazing Race, and I guess it also works with all these other shows. But like, if you can win those first couple challenges, those are the hardest ones.
Yeah.
Compared to winning like the last few challenges when the
odds are better.
The odds are way better, and you've had a chance to take out the stronger people at the beginning. So like, yeah, like if you like in Amazing Race, always like if you can win that first leg, like that is, I think, the biggest motherfucker, we won against all of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's impressive for Derek. It also puts a big target on his back.
That's what I was going to ask you next,
because they're already calling him the veto champ, and it's like it's not a good title to have right now. But
if you were him, would you have gone full effort to win that?
No, I would have thrown that one 100%. He didn't need to win it, and like he ended up not using it. Like, it's weird, like how he uses it 1 week and not the other, and it's like, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm letting everybody know I care about Kyland, and I don't care about the rest of y'all.
Right.
That's what he's letting everybody know.
Right.
And I remember who the 6th person was now. It was Claire. And I remember it was Claire because Claire threw it.
Oh, yes, that's right. She was trying to make it seem not obvious.
Exactly. Right. And that's something I always think about with these competitions in Big Brother is like, how do you know when it's done anonymously? how do you know that you're
At your
throwing it in a
time,
good
yeah.
fashion, right?
You're just trying like in that type of what was the challenge again? It was like whoever
They,
get the fastest time.
yeah, they were collecting sunscreen, shooting out of the
Right.
bottles.
In the buckets and like trying to,
Yeah,
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 get the key out. Yeah, like that one, you just don't give it your all. Just you
yeah,
go, but you don't go full tilt.
yeah.
Like your life is on the line kind of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But so, like you said, Derek X wins it. He does not use the power of veto, and Brittany and Frenchie come to the realization this is what's happening. Frenchie again starts to act like he's just gonna quit,
Yeah.
and and
Which is
uh,
funny because the episode before, he's like, I've never quit anything in my life.
exactly.
Fast
It's
forward an episode, I'm quitting the
yeah,
game.
and we start the eviction episode in a very alarming fashion to me. We find out that Brittany is a rapper.
Oh my God. Her speech. Her speech was awful.
if
Awful.
if I was in the
So
house,
cringe.
yeah, and how she's been doing this, they've been in the house for 2 weeks. I'm guessing at least 11 raps have happened in the first 14 days, right?
Well, there was that one scene where Xavier was like,
Yeah,
how she shouldn't quit her day job or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And it's like, someone should have told her, maybe don't do a rap on your way out.
But the thing is, I feel like there's this intersection of like just positivity. Like everybody is just willing to be positive about everyone in the house, and she's got like such just great energy, right? So it's like I think you're just down for whatever she's doing. But if it was me and I knew we were voting Frenchie out, I would have tossed a vote. I would have tossed a vote Brittany's way just to be like, hey, you need to stop all this rapping foolishness. Okay. We're not here for it. You got to stop. They're not good.
No, since last week's two hinky votes, like, don't do another hinky vote. It's too
Well,
confusing.
well, skipping ahead slightly, there's some other things we got to talk about. But the vote, since you brought it up, the vote comes down 11.
You can read it off of Frenchie's mouth because he knew.
Yeah.
He read it out at the same time she did.
Did he say
knew.
11-1?
Yeah, you can see his lips was moving. He's like 11-1. Like he knew.
Yeah. So he knew his boy stuck with him.
Yeah.
Derek F stuck with him.
You blame him though? Like
why?
If you're Brittany, you're like, I get it. At least I would think so. I'd be like, yeah, I get
it. It's unnecessary. If this is 6 weeks from now when Frenchie's going to jury, then throw him the vote. But like right now, just get him up out of here, man. Just get him up out of here. I don't know. Something interesting to me in the pitches is Frenchie sits down with Sarah Beth and tells Sarah Beth, you could make a move here. You are the kind of person that could be a legend in this game. Which, one, that's not true.
Gaslighting.
No hate to Sarah Beth. Yeah, it's just not true. And two, it's interesting that Frenchie has picked up on something in Sarah Beth that thought that's what she needed to hear.
Yeah.
To get her to flip it up.
Again, erratic gameplay.
Yeah.
This guy's all over the place.
Yeah.
Or was.
It's just so crazy. And then we've got Kyland just scrambling for power left and right too. Kyland trying to get safety after all of his power has been exhausted. What did you think of that? Like,
I think it was good. Like, I think he was like trying to set himself up for next week when he can't compete and future wise. Like, I think he used his week well to make relationships. Like him and Derek X are like pretty tight now.
Yeah.
Those two might be a good duo moving forward.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Both winning comps left and right too, right?
Yeah, and tell me again, who's on what team again? Are they together or no? No, right?
No.
Derek X is on the
Derek
team
X is with Brent, Whitney, and Hannah. And Kyland.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me say that again. That's Brent, Derek X, Whitney, and Hannah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
weird team.
I wasn't feeling that move by Kyland because I'm like, you should have done it 3 days ago when you still had some power, right? Yeah. Like you still got the veto in play.
Well, we don't know when that conversation was had.
True.
There's a lot of editing going on there, but yeah.
Good point. But he got that information out because Derek X stepped up and he was like, oh, well, I'll do what I can, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And the other three didn't say anything.
Right.
They just looked at him.
Yeah.
So he knows now.
And also, like, he wants to save himself too, right? Like, hey, those I'm with them, but not really with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're right. I think it did turn out pretty good.
I don't see anyone targeting Kyland next week, like how everyone targeted Frenchie. I don't see. I don't like the only person I could see putting up Kyland would be Brittany. Like, if Brittany were to win HOH somehow, like. Maybe just as like a eye for eye.
Yeah.
But I think Kyland set himself up pretty good. He's well insulated in a few alliances. So we'll see.
And Claire and Tiffany, ecstatic. They feel the same way you felt about that move. Because he didn't get what he wanted from Brent and Whitney and Hannah, but he did get it from what was it? Alyssa, Christian, Sarah Beth, and Xavier. They were like, cool, whatever you want to do. You got us, we got you.
So it's those guys, and those two teams are in cahoots now, right?
Seems that way.
Plus Derek X.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're looking at
it's a big alliance, but it's a good treaty when two major teams.
Which also means, as we're playing this out, that means the people that Frenchie left behind are in some trouble.
Yeah. Not to mention like Brent and those guys are in trouble too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Brent and Whitney, I think, were mentioned as possible targets for that side of the house.
Are they showmancing?
No, I don't think so.
Or is it Brent and Hannah? Brent and Hannah look
It's Brent and Hannah, too. I think. Yeah, they're kind of flirty.
I
can see that app. I like Hannah.
Hannah.
What is she? Is she like Latina?
She said, but I can't remember. She said
she's like intro. New York. Like, is she like she reminds me of like New York hip hop girls. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think she's from New York. I think.
Yeah.
But she's like Black and Haitian or something. I can't remember.
Something.
I don't know if Derek X is going to be down for people targeting his team.
No, but maybe once the teams are done, he might not care, or maybe he realizes that this team thing's temporary anyway. I feel like that's how I would play the game. I would feel like this isn't gonna last. Like, you would know.
Yeah.
It's like playing Survivor now and being surprised when they do like merge. Like, what?
Yeah. Whoa, a merge?
A merge? or what's this?
Or drop your buffs and just pick new teams. Like,
like this is never seen before. Like, you always got to be anticipating all these moves.
Yeah. Speaking of things we have seen before, though, every season of Big Brother, there's some dude that is worried and petrified of a girls' alliance. Always. And for some reason,
every show too.
This season is Brent. Brent's the dude that's caping up for the dudes, and he's like, we got to worry about a girls' alliance. And the thing about it is, there are a million alliances in the house.
Million.
Why are you so scared of the girls' alliance, man? What is it about the dude?
It's probably has to do with, honestly, like, they've seen how women alliances can dominate. By the way, very rarely. Statistically,
I can't even remember one.
Compared to the guys' alliances, I can only think of like one or two, and they were like Survivor side, not even Big Brother side.
Right.
But like, I see where he's coming from, but it's so early. Like, it's what, 6 to 8 now?
Yeah.
Like, maybe make sure the next one's not a female. I mean, not a male.
But the thing about it too is like, in order for it to work, right?
Yeah.
You kind of have to secure head of household power.
Yeah.
Every week, right?
To make sure something like that doesn't happen.
No, either way, if you are a girls' alliance that is working together, you have to secure the head of household every week so you can continue to get these guys out.
Right.
Or it's just not going to work. Like at some point, some lady is going to bother somebody, and they're going to vote her out.
Like it's just more of like chances of it maybe forming later on down the road.
Yeah.
Like where like maybe they get down to like 5-2, and then they're like, wait a minute, there's 5 of us. And, like, why don't the 5 of us just take the 2 or 3 of them out? Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't think it's like a long. It's not a short-term problem, but like more of like a long-term problem that he's probably paranoid about. But I wouldn't be worried about it. Like,
it's wild.
It'll happen.
Yeah,
it'll happen. The women alliances, no offense, women, but they always break down because they're too catty. On Big Brother, especially on Big Brother, like women on Big Brother are like super catty for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the house thing, but like I remember last season with Janelle and what's her name? Former winner.
Yeah.
Like
I can see her.
Yeah, between the two, I'm like, I'm not inviting you to my wedding. Like, come on, what is happening?
What's her name? With the glasses.
Yeah, with the glasses, and she's married to
from
Victor.
Michigan.
She's married to Victor. I know her husband's name.
Oh my god! I mean, I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about her.
She's so good, though. She's so good. But yeah, that always happens. The other thing, and this might be a little controversial too. The black lady. Any of them. The black lady in Big Brother, always black ladies.
Yeah.
And then her game gets blown up. You know what I mean?
You think Tiff's in trouble?
I don't think so. I know that's the one you were going to.
I mean, yeah, like she's the older black lady, technically.
Right? The only one we can hold on to is Danielle. Again, from Marcellus's season. She's the only one who managed.
Actually, I get Danielle vibes from Tiffany, to be honest.
That's strong.
Not like she's, don't get me wrong, it's week 2. She's got a lot to go, but she's smart.
Yes.
And very manipulative.
Yes.
And it's like, yo, I've seen this with Danielle,
and hasn't blown up.
Right.
Frenchie gave her an opportunity to blow up. She did not blow up.
Right.
Yes.
She's I like Tiff. She's good.
Yes.
She's good.
Yes.
She's good.
I was going to tell you, we're talking about women's alliances and whatnot. I like every woman in this house. Every single one. Like the changes Alyssa has made from on the block to not on the block, feeling it. Azah and Tiffany with coming up with the crying game so they can talk. When anybody comes in the room, Tiffany's bawling in her lap, and then they start laughing. They got skills. Sarah Beth just won a competition. Claire hasn't even decided to show what she's made of yet, and we know she's smart as right. You just brought up Tiffany. We both said we like Hannah. Yeah. And Whitney won her Enter the House competition. These women
I actually think a woman is gonna win this season. Brent.
These women are the truth, man. Brent,
I think a woman's gonna win this season.
Maybe Brent. Yeah. Maybe Brent is.
Brent might be onto something. Yeah.
Yes. And Brittany is. We'll see.
I think a woman's gonna win this season. Yeah. I really do. Yeah.
The guy.
None of the guys. I mean, some like Derek X is good. Xavier's right. Kyland, but like Christian. Oh my God. Brent is. He's not gonna last long. Derek X, I don't think Brent's already has targets on him. Like, how long are you gonna last when, like, maybe a few weeks, but eventually you're gonna go down.
Right.
I think he'll go down eventually. Derek X is a disaster. I mean, Derek Frazier's a disaster. Guys are like,
hold on, why is Derek F a disaster?
he's his number one alliance member is the number one enemy of the house. He threw a hinky vote and got caught. It's just he's the only vote again in this like. Yeah, he's on the lower spectrum, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
How do you feel about Xavier?
I like Xavier. Are we gonna talk for like?
We'll get there.
Okay, yeah. I like Xavier. Yeah, we haven't seen much from him, and I wonder if it's just that strategy I was talking about, just like trying to lay low, man. Just don't stand out right away. Maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know.
Tough on Xavier not to stand out. Have you seen this man? Are you looking at this man with your eyeballs? Good gracious.
Yeah, like his shirt, like it was Jesus, like button up the shirt, man. Don't show too many people that fucking 6-pack, man.
One button.
Way too dangerous.
He had one button done up. We can see his whole body.
Yeah.
And listen, it's a well sculpted body. I mean, do what you. Maybe I would wear a one.
He's a lawyer.
Shirt. I think so. Ex-basketball player.
Lawyer is this guy?
Lawyer / model.
Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus.
But before we get to some more Xavier, we got Frenchie out the house. Okay, they voted him out 11-1, as we said earlier. He sits down to talk to Julie.
Oh yes, let's talk about the Julie interview. This guy.
Go ahead.
Thinks he's the best Big Brother player to ever play the game. His takes on why he thought he got voted out were so dead wrong. Oh my. And then I read some of his interviews after with some of the outlets, and like the stories just keep getting worse. Like just like he's got this narrative in his head of how he played the game. Like he thinks he's like one of the best players ever. Like in one of the comments he made on his way out, he hopes he changed the game.
Yeah.
Like what? You think people are gonna watch your game and be like, yeah, we need to play crazy like this moving forward? He changed the game in the sense that he's now an example of what not to do.
Yeah.
When playing Big Brother.
I said this last week. He was sitting at home on his couch, watching season after season, besmirching alpha males, besmirching showmances. His wife got tired of listening to him and said, why don't you go play and change the game? And Frenchie said, you know what? That's what I'll do. Okay. He went in the house on his Elon Musk. He's like, I'm about to introduce everybody to my Tesla. My Tesla does not include strongmen or showmances. Okay. And we're going to change the game forever. I'm going to show people we can get those people out of here. And no one's ever going to allow these things to happen again. And it's like, hey, man, that's not what happened. You didn't change Big Brother game theory for the rest of time.
Right.
Because the main thing about Big Brother is we show up in the house paranoid. We don't need you coming in the house all erratic, trying to grab power, naked power grabs, just bullying people. No one's going to stand for it. It'll never happen.
It's true.
Like, I don't even care if you show up and you're thinking Frenchie. You're thinking, I'm going to target an alpha male. I'm going to target some showmances day one. You could do that. You can't do it the way he did it. Because as soon as people get a chance, you're out of there, man. It's too scary.
Yeah.
It's too scary.
Yeah. People don't like unpredictability, I don't think. Yeah. At least I don't.
Everything is scary enough about the house. And now I can't even tell you anything without worrying you're going to tell the whole house publicly. You're going to tell
He almost threw Derek Frazier under the bus at one point.
What was it?
When he was trying to let the people know about the Slaughterhouse Alliance. and Derek Frazier's like, please don't tell her that I'm in it. And he didn't, which is good, but it's like you kind of did though. Like if it's gonna come out that Derek was in it, and like, it's not gonna go well with Brittany probably, and that's what he was worried about.
Yeah.
It's dude. Sorry, Derek. It's your own fault. You chose to side with that lunatic. And not distance yourself,
dude. But we did too.
I mean, like everything seemed well in that first episode. He technically won 2 challenges. He seemed like a calm beast. Like He even got the fucking dice thing at the end.
Yes.
By the way, let's talk about that. Why haven't they done that? I thought this the theme of the season. I was talking to Nelson about this.
Oh yeah, there was no.
I thought the theme of the season is gambling, and we have yet to see. Kyland never got a gamble, and now the next HOH didn't get a gamble. And it's like, well, we're going to do this once. Like, did they realize it was a stupid idea and people were not going to take the chance every time? I don't know.
That's a great point.
Like the names of the challenges and the what's that called?
The house, the beach club.
No,
house
that new challenge they have at the beginning.
Oh, the wild card.
Yeah, wild card. That's a gambling term.
Yeah.
The
Jokers,
names of the teams.
Aces,
Gambling terms.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Like, what happened to this gambling?
That's so.
We're gonna introduce this thing every week, and then no, nothing. Yeah, weird.
That's so strange. I wonder if they just didn't. They felt like they didn't have time.
Maybe, or they've done this in the past, so they introduce a twist or something, and then it's just like quietly like.
So, do you think people on social media killed them, and they're like, okay, just scrap them,
or they realized that like no one was gonna take that gamble?
The risks were too strong.
Yeah,
the risks have to happen like that later in the game, where you really don't have a choice.
Maybe, yeah.
Right? Like right now, people still feel kind of safe. Like, sorry.
Can you imagine if he did win it? Frenchie would have been safe.
Dude, what would he have done all of last week if he knew he was safe for 2 weeks?
I know. He probably would have tried for safety for 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Talking about that, when Sarah Beth won the wild card, and we're kind of jumping around, but when Sarah Beth won the wild card and her options were like, don't be safe or be safe and switch teams, I really wanted Kyland to just be like, listen, girl, I'm not putting you up. Just to see, maybe he tried to and Big Brother edited it out or whatever. But I feel like I'm the head of household. I could just tell you right now, there's no chance. There's no chance I'm putting you up. Just stay safe and don't do anything crazy, right? Anyway,
I wouldn't have done that.
You wouldn't, Kyland?
No, I wouldn't have switched teams.
No. Yeah, no. Why? No.
Yeah,
now you're foreign in that other team.
Yeah.
There's no reason. Frenchie was the only one. That's the risk thing. You have to be real danger, right?
Yeah.
So now let's get to the head of household competition. Okay.
Yes.
So
what was the comp again?
So we have another head of household competition that's going to end this episode, which I love. Don't make me wait till the next day, right? And everybody's lined up. They're going to watch 2 videos. They're going to be
they've been teasing this all episode.
Yeah.
The celebrity Big Brother alum is making his return.
They're going to show you 2 videos. They're going to ask you a bunch of questions about details from the videos. And we finally find out they're coming back to Canada, baby. And Tom Green is on the streets talking to people in Ottawa.
Streets of Ottawa.
Yes.
Talking about Big Brother.
Looking like he hasn't had a haircut in 6 years. But I love Tom Green.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Tom Green on the streets?
I thought this is the weirdest thing ever. One, we got Canadians on the American show.
Yes.
Weird.
Yeah.
Why Tom Green? Why not anyone else on their list? That's like maybe question. One of their winners.
Well, do you have to change what what they're doing on the street if it's not Tom Green? Tom Green's a professional entertainer. He's used to just shooting the shit with people. So maybe you have like something else. It seemed like a really
low budget option, because even at one point, he makes fun of, you think CBS would have sent the whole thing, but no, I'm doing this off my phone.
Just me holding it.
And I love that line.
And my favorite part of that too is he starts out talking to all these Canadians about Big Brother, and nobody watches it.
Yeah, the first 3 people are like, "What? Who?"
No.
And then the 4th person was like, "No, I didn't know you were on Big Brother, but I know because I served you in this restaurant, and you were with some hot chick." And like, wow, like, there's no editing on this. This is just straight up interactions.
Yeah,
no prior warnings.
It was very strange. But it was very Tom Green.
Yeah,
it was perfect.
So the challenge was for the listeners. The challenge was 2 videos of him talking to people, and then Julie was going to ask questions based off those videos. Like, did he say this or did he say this?
Yeah.
And they went back and forth until there was 5 remaining at the end.
I think it was 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Xavier.
I think Alyssa was in there.
Yeah, I think Alyssa was there. It was a lot of like lower end people that you're like, oh, okay, nice. I think Sarah might have been in there. And then who pulled it out?
Xavier.
Yeah.
Xavier
getting the only right answer.
Yeah,
at the
knocked
end.
it out the park with 5 or 6 people remaining. So Xavier knocks it out the park, and I don't know what he's going to do.
I don't know what he's going to do either.
I have no idea.
Because now,
yeah,
Brent is safe, right? Brent's on his team?
No.
What? No?
Xavier, Sarah Beth, Christian, and Alyssa.
Say that again. Xavier, Sarah Beth,
Christian, and Alyssa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so Brent's the target. Brent Whitney.
If you think Cookout.
Oh, I thought they were on the same team.
Nah, man. If you think Cookout, if you think the black people are doing what they said they're going to do.
Yeah.
I doubt he'll put up Brittany because Azza and Derek F are safe, right?
Right.
Cookout wise.
Yeah.
Kyland and Tiffany should be safe.
Right.
I doubt they'll put up Claire.
Right.
Right. And Travis is long gone. And then you got Brittany, or sorry, I keep calling him Brittany. Brent Whitney. I keep putting them together, man.
Yeah.
Brent Whitney, Derek X, and Hannah are probably in danger.
Yeah.
Right. And as you said, seems the house might be wanting to target Brent and Whitney, or Brittany, as I've been calling them.
Yeah.
And you might be right. That might be it.
Yeah, I think, I didn't realize that. Actually, when I was watching the show, I was like, oh, Brent's safe now, because I thought they were on the same team.
No.
But now that you've cleared that up for me, I think so. Kylan and Derek X are gonna tell Xavier that we should go after these guys.
I don't know who else it could be.
I don't know who else it could be either.
It feels most straightforward.
Maybe Derek Frazier because of his vote, but he's part of the cookout. So like, yeah.
Are him and
white people are in trouble? I think Claire's in trouble.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
She's a white person. She's another white person.
There's a lot of white people in the house. Well, I guess 2 of them are on his team.
If the cookout wants to be if their goal is to make it to the end, to make a statement, they got to take out the white people. That's the only reason why I say that. By the way, I'm not being white racist here or anything, but yeah, like,
you're not wrong.
Right?
You're not wrong. This feels like it's like one of the most straightforward nominations, unless he wants to backdoor somebody. If
the cookout is real, we barely see any of them talking about it.
That's how we roll when we have to roll, dog.
Like, I don't see, like, I mean, I'm talking about on the show. Like,
yes,
on the show, there are very rare any meetings.
Yes.
They never mention the name ever.
Yes.
It's like very hot. Like, does the show not consider it a serious alliance? Maybe that's why they're not talking about it.
That's possible.
Why spend resources on something that we know isn't real, right? So I don't know.
That's definitely possible. I think it's also possible that they're meeting in secret quickly, maybe smaller groups. And what we'll get
a montage later.
Yes, week 3, week
all
4,
the secret meetings.
Probably this week with Xavier. They'll probably be in the head of household.
I think this is. I think that.
Right. And this is one of those weeks where they can do it and not worry about any ramifications immediately. Right.
Right.
But we got to roll. We got to roll in secret because we know the drop of a dime. Two of us are going up next week or whatever, right? So yeah, I think it's probably Brent and Whitney. I don't think there's really any question. Thanks for joining us on another episode of It's in the Details, the Big Brother edition. Please remember to share, like, subscribe, rate, review, comment, wherever you get the show.
Follow me on social media. You can find me on Twitter at i6hitman and on YouTube as i6hitman. And if you're looking for any live gaming content, follow me on Twitch, i6_hitman. And that's where you can find me.
See you in a week, y'all. Take care.
See you guys.